Hi everybody, it's time for another unusual video. Yes, this is not DayZ, it's not PUBG, it's not Call of Duty, it's not even Battlefield 2042. This is Scythe, which is a digital tabletop game, or I guess a digital rendition of a tabletop game. You may guess from the painting that we're seeing here, that this looks a lot like Iron Harvest, and that is because Iron Harvest, the game, amazing RTT game, was inspired by and is in the world of Scythe. So Scythe, the board game, came first, then we had Iron Harvest. So in one of my weaker moments, I thought I would have a crack at this and have a go. Now, I don't know whether we're going to get around playing, but what we're going to do, we're going to go through the tutorial and have a look at the various things that are in the game, and then we'll see. Right, so what have we got here? Album. So what are these? Okay, so these are encounter cards. One of the really cool things about Iron Harvest and Scythe is the graphics. They are amazing, aren't they? The look, this set just after, I don't know if this is just after World War II or before World War II. Iron Harvest is set, just after World War One. It's the same artist who does all of these. It's kind of steampunk. The idea is that Tesla created these energy sources that could create these. There's just Wojciech and Anna, these walking machines. While most of Europe is like a very agricultural society, there's obviously industrialization going on in like Germany and Britain and France and stuff, and parts of Russia. But you've got these amazing, huge walking machines that are used for combat when the different factions go to war, and it is a fantastic style, brought to life very well in Iron Harvest. So these are like the cards you will draw in the game. Very, very cool. Love it. Oh, this makes me want to go and play Iron Harvest. Okay, so we've got factory cards. So these are the robots themselves. Okay, so some of these are open. Objectives. Mats. Very good. Okay, so that was the album. Paint shop. I did have a look at this. Yeah, so you can change how they look. So these are the pieces, if you like, that you place on the board. That's Anna and Wojciech. That guy does. I don't think that guy appears in Iron Harvest. This is the Russian lady with the tiger. She is in Iron Harvest. Okay. Well, I guess we should go through the tutorial, shouldn't we? So let's fire up. Game goals and action system. Start. Your workers rely on the protection of military just as much as your empire depends on the resources they produce. Okay, start. Your goal is to have the greatest fortune at the end of the game. So that's these gold things. So as you can see, this is it's a playing board. You can accumulate coins during the game, but you'll earn most of them during Endgame Scoring in the following 3 categories: every earned star, every territory controlled, and every 2 resources controlled. Okay, so I guess at the end you tally all the scores up. The amount of coins you earn depends on your level of popularity. The higher your popularity, the more coins you will earn. You can also get a few bonus coins based on where you built structures. Structure bonus, neighbour encounters. The number of encounters against your structures only count each encounter once. These count whether or not the encounter tokens are still present. Rivers do not break adjacency. The game progresses as players earn stars through various achievements. It ends when any of the players reach 6 stars. Oh, I can move the board around. Aha, that's good. Oh, so we can have a look. So that's the factory. That's where Tesla makes all the mechs. And these are the different factions where they start. Stars can be earned for accomplishing any of the following. Don't worry if you're not familiar with the terms, we'll explain them later. Complete all 6 upgrades, deploy all 4 mechs, build all 4 structures, enlist all 4 recruits, have all 8 workers on the board, reveal 1 completed objective card, win combat up to 2 times, have 18 popularity, have 16 power. You can view this list by clicking star. Let's see it. The game. Note, achieving 6 stars doesn't automatically grant victory. You can check these details any time during the game. This is your player mat. Guess it's this thing down here, is it? It contains all the major actions you can perform during the game. You might notice the player mat is divided into 4 sections. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I agree. I concur. Top action row. So your turn, bottom row action. During your turn, you're allowed to perform up to 2 actions from the player mat section of your choice. The actions are executed in top to down order. Each action is optional. You're always free to skip it. You need to select a different mat section each turn. Let's select the coin gain action. So is that what this one is? Coin gain. Let's skip the bottom action for now and end the turn. Okay. Now note that the selection with the previously taken action is now disabled. You need to wait 1 turn to use it again. Okay. Let's look again at the star conditions. This symbol indicates power. Does that one there? Where's that then? Okay, it's there. You're very close to reaching the target 16 to achieve 1 star. Am I? Oh, up here. Right, I see that. Yeah, up there. Okay. Color code of the actions. Pay, gain. Red is pay, green is gain. Let's pay 1 coin and gain 2 power via bolster action. Congratulations, you just obtained your first star. Great. Next tutorial. Polania. You can't perform the same action on consecutive turns. This rule does not apply to Rusviet faction. Each of the 3 unit types in the game, characters, mechs and workers, share 2 key similarities. They can move around the board, though not over rivers or onto lakes by default. They can transport any number of resource tokens. Okay. So we've got character, engaging combat, gain effect card, have encounters. Mech, engaging combat, transport workers, but not the characters. Worker, produce resources, deploy mechs, and build structures. A territory is on a hex on the board labelled with one of the following terrain types. Farm, village, lake, that's the factory, forest. Oh, there's a little fella there. Okay, got that. For the purpose of the move action for any unit, all territories with a tunnel icon are considered to be adjacent to each other. Alright, so you can jump from one place to the other. Excuse me. Right, okay. You control a territory if you have at least 1 unit there, a character, worker or a mech, or if you have a structure there with no enemy characters, workers or mechs. Only 1 player at a time can control a territory. You have a home base that serves as a starting point and a place to retreat after losing combat. A home base is not a territory, so by default you cannot move units or build structures there. Each faction has its own permanent base location and different skills. Okay. Resources, wood, food, metal and oil remain on the map once produced. You may only spend resources from territories you currently control. There is no limit to the number of resources. Let's execute this plan. Pack all workers on a mech and take them to a farm. Secure the unattended metal with your character. Okay. Select the move action. 2 green tiles means something or other, which I've missed. Select unit to move the Select unit to move the mech. Note how the rivers constrain your range. You need special skill to cross them. Use the transport area to load all of your workers onto the mech. Note you can click each worker icon individually or use the left arrow key. Alright, okay. Hey! Choose the destination, farm. There we go. Worker transport is an ability specific to the mech. Note that the carried workers can still move afterwards. Time for the character to seize the metal pile. Ready to go? Select the hex metal on the end of the tunnel. Well done. You might also move your units via drag and drop interaction. Please tick the drag and drop checkbox in the options to enable it. Note this option is available for any games except tutorials. Okay. You get the ongoing recruit bonus by not only your own actions but those of your direct neighbours too. Start. Combat occurs at the end of a move action when players' characters or mechs enter territory controlled by opponents' characters or mechs. Both sides dedicate up to 7 power from their pool. May augment the power with combat cards, as many as they have combat units participate in the battle. Okay. Player with the highest total wins the combat. Ties go to the attacking player. Both players pay the selected power and combat cards. The winner gains or maintains the control of the territory and any resources, gets a star, unless they already earn 2 combat stars. The loser retreats all units to the base. If used any power combat cards, gets a combat card. Okay. The Nords are approaching our base. Fortunately, we have 2 Palladium units nearby. Let's expand the stats to see if we can chase off the Nords. So what do we have to put? Alright, okay. Dunk. Nords have 10 power, but only up to 7 power may be used in combat. They have no combat cards, so their total power remains at 7. Where does it say 7? The Nords have 10 power. There we go. Alright, but they can only use 7. Right, okay, got that. Okay. Pallania has 1 power, but 4 combat cards. Where are these in? Oh, these are down here. You're allowed to use 1 combat card per combat unit, mech or character. If both your mech and your character attack with 2, you'll have a total of 5. That's less than the Nordic 7, but we can still improve. The bolster action allows you to buy 2 power for 1 coin. Let's give it a try. Bolster. That's 2 power gained. You're good to go. Let's end this turn and get the ambush ready. Select the move action to give an order to your units. Select your mech. Select the target field. Let the character join the fight as well so that you can use a second combat card. The combat phase starts once the mech move action is finished. Select the battlefield to resolve the combat. Alright, okay, so I put that in there. Then your combat cards. But, okay. Alright, I'll win because it's going to be a draw. Right, okay. The Nordic mech was chased off to its base, but be careful, now that you've spent power and combat cards in battle, you're an easier target for others. You can earn up to 2 stars for victorious battles. If the loser dedicates at least 1 power combat card, they'll gain 1 combat card as they retreat. Right. Finally, workers are not fighters. They can either attack, move to enemy territories, nor use combat cards. You lose 1 popularity for each enemy worker forced to retreat by your attack. You are represented on the board by your character. You have been sent on a mission to claim the uncharted lands surrounding the defunct factory. Oh, the factory's not working anymore. The factory is the centerpiece to the Scythe board. It is a place of technology, innovation, and untapped power. When your character enters the factory the first time and your move action is complete, look through the factory cards and take one. Let's check it out. Select the move option. Select the character. Pick the destination. Move with an arrow character or just end. At the end of the game, the factory is worth a total of 3 territories to the player who controls it. Pick your loot, any of the cards. That one, I guess. The selected card is now part of your player mat. You can use its actions like any other. The choice you made is permanent. You cannot change it or get another card. Okay. That's it for this turn. Let's take the new action for a spin. Pay. So we pay with power and we get 3 coins. Right. All factory cards have a bottom row move action. It's a little different than a standard move action. It says move 1 unit up to 2 times with the same move icon. Right, okay. It seems like there's something special about one of the villages, highlighted in a different colour. That one. Which one? That one. As your character treks across Eastern Europa, they will encounter a number of local people and situations. Such encounter locations are marked with the wheel thing. Only characters will trigger an encounter. Let's see what's going on. Click the card to reveal. Enjoy an afternoon festival with commoners. Pay $2 and gain 1 popularity. Enter a battle of wits and lose on purpose. Pay dollars to gain 2 power and 2 popularity. Drink too much and raid the storehouse. Pay 3 popularity to gain any 5 resources. Ah. Cool. I suggest the peaceful option. You're getting famous. Congrats. Keep walking in the way of righteousness. You can accumulate coins during the game, but you'll earn most of them during the endgame scoring. Every bottom row action requires resources, oil, metal, wood or food. They can be produced by your workers based on their placement. Mountain makes metal, farm makes food, tundra oil, forest wood, village worker. Then you've got lake and factory. Let's take a look at produce action. The cost is related to the number of workers. At the start of the game, production is free. After making 2 workers, the power cost is unlocked, and then popularity and coins. The more workers you have out on the map, the higher the cost to produce, and the higher your possible production output. Right now, the action will allow you to produce that stuff on 2 territories. Let's select it and get to work. The number of resources that can be produced on each field corresponds to the number of workers working on it. Press the hammer near 2 metal icons. Your workers just produced 2 units of metal, but there's still 1 production left. Let's not waste it. Cut 3 pieces of wood or extract 1 barrel of oil. Excellent choice. The bottom row action is still out of reach though. That's it for this turn. The other way of getting resources is the trade action. It allows you to pay a coin and gain any 2 resources. This is especially useful if you want something that you can't produce. Let's buy some food. You can form a trade on any hex with your worker except the base. Press the food icon on any of the territories. Pick the second resource to gain. The coin was deducted and resources placed on the selected territory. Keep your resources growing and your empire will flourish. Saxony. Upgrading improves the efficiency of the infrastructure of your growing empire. The resource reduced to upgrade it is oil. Unlock an additional gain for any top action with that. Decrease the cost of any bottom action with that. Enjoy using the improved actions. Let's select the upgrade option. Hit the highlight text 3 times to pay 3 oil. Let's improve the move action. Currently can only move 2 units per turn. After the improvement, the number will increase to 3. Next, deploy action. Currently a mech costs 3 units of metal. After optimizing it would be 2. Oh. Now you've gained extra mobility plus made your mechs cheaper. In total you can perform up to 6 upgrades, which will earn you a victory star. Upgrading can be a powerful early game tactic, plus you can now afford a mech, but we'll get to that next time. You can deploy mechs to protect your workers and expand your empire. The resource used to deploy mechs is metal. Each mech unlocks a new ability for all your mechs and characters. Mechs can be deployed on the territory with your worker, but not the lakes. Mechs can transport workers, resources, and participate in combats. Let's select the deploy action. Hit the highlighted territory to display 3 metal. Ooh. With each mech comes a new ability. You can unlock them in any order. Disarm has already been unlocked in this game. Let's pick the River Walk. Finally, place the mech on territory with at least one of your workers. Oh, it's that one, isn't it? And it's ready. We're going to take it for a spin next turn. Select the move action. Select a mech. Your Riverwalk ability allows your mech to cross the river towards the forest and mountains. Please note the transport section, which allows you to pick any workers and resources. Workers don't get the new abilities, so the only way to get them across the river is to carry them with your mech. Oh, right, okay. There it goes. Your character also got the upgrade. Let's select the unit. Note that your Riverwalk ability allows crossing the river towards the forest and mountains, but not the farms or villages. Finish the move action to wrap up the lesson. Okay, each faction has different mech abilities. Make sure to check them when planning your grand strategy. Build. You can build structures to enhance your actions, control territories, and get endgame bonuses. The resource used to build structures is wood. Pick any structure type linked with a top action. Build a structure on a hex with your worker, but not the lake. Note there may only be one structure on each territory. The structure bonus activates whenever you take an assigned top action. I took the liberty of placing 2 structures already, the mine and the armory. I guess that's the mine. I guess that's the armory. The mine acts as a tunnel that only you can use. Select the move action to give it a try. Select the character. Notice how many tunnel connected territories you can go to. Seems that Crimea left some supplies behind. Let's claim them. Let's leave the workers where they are. We'll need them later. End the move action, please. That's it for this turn. Let's try one of the actions connected with the armory bonus now. Gain popularity. Thanks to the armory, performing any top row action in that section gives you additional 1 power. Let's construct something new. Select the build icon. Pay the required wood. Select the mill. Place the mill on available hex. The mill is ready. That's it for this turn. Now that you've got a mill set and working, let's see how it improves your economy. Select the produce icon. The mill grants you an extra territory to produce. Produce as if it were 1 worker. Oh, cool. Complete the produce action. Final note, only one structure can be built on each territory. Opponents can't use your structure's abilities. A territory with one of your structures on it is under your control. However, if an opponent's unit is on a territory with your structure, the territory is under their control. Structures cannot be destroyed or moved. You may build on the factory territory. You can't build on lakes or bases. Yours sincerely, the Scythe Workers unit. Enlist. Enlist gives you the passive income whenever opponents perform bottom actions. The resource used to enlist recruits is food. Pick an ongoing recruit bonus to sign with the bottom row action. Pick a one-time bonus. Get an ongoing bonus whenever you or your direct neighbour, player taking turns before or after you, takes an assigned bottom row action. Let's select the enlist action. Pay attention to the opponent's combat cards. They've already got their recruits enlisted and are going to benefit from your enlist action. Oh, right, okay. Hit the highlighter hex 3 times, play 3 food. Choose the ongoing bonus first. Let's activate the coin benefit tied to the deploy mech action. Here you can select a one-time bonus for enlisting a recruit. You're allowed to pick any of them. Let's choose the option with 2 coins. Pay attention to the stats, your coins and opponent's cards. Your neighbours had their recruits already enlisted and got the ongoing bonuses for your action. In a 2-player game, you may only gain this bonus once per opponent for each bottom row action. Recruits can grant you a nice passive income. The earlier you enlist them, the more you benefit. Cool. Each player starts the game with 2 objectives that are kept secret from the other players. You can only achieve 1 objective star per game. You can read the details by selecting the dove icon at the top bar. Northern Advantage. Control at least 3 tundra territories at the end of your turn. Population Advantage. Control at least 3 village territories at the end of your turn. We can fulfill an objective by either controlling 3 tundra or 3 village. I might have an idea, but it's going to require a special ability. Each faction has a special ability. You can check yours by clicking the faction emblem near the stats. Swim. Your workers may move across rivers. Nordic workers are accomplished swimmers who refuse to complain even when wading through the coldest of waters. They may move across rivers onto any type of terrain, except lakes. This ability applies only to workers, not to the characters or mechs. While the character controls a village, we can use the swim ability for the workers to gain control of the other 2 neighbour villages. Let's select the move icon. Move both workers across the river to the neighbouring villages. Everyone in position. Remember to mark the objective as complete before ending your turn. Well done, you earned a star. Since you can only do 1 objective, the other became obsolete now. You are 1 star away from ending the game, but earning a 6th star doesn't necessarily mean you've won. Your goal is to have the greatest fortune at the end of the game. In this final episode, you're going to get familiar with the scoring formula. Before we deep dive into the math, let's check the structure bonus. We need it for calculation. Over the tunnels. Currently you have 2 buildings in the tunnels which can give you $4. Now let's take a look at the scoring cheat sheet. Pallania's score calculation. Coins in hand, structure bonus, stars, territories, resources total $49. Note the multipliers coming from the 3rd popularity level. Nordic score calculation. So we won. Here's the endgame plan. Gain control over the factory. Move a worker to a free tunnel. Build a mill on a tunnel. Total, which should be just enough to win. Let's do it. Select the move action. Move 1 worker to the factory. And the other to the empty tunnel. Empty tunnel. Where's the empty tunnel? Oh. For the final action, build. Pay the required wood. Pick up the final construction. Place on the tunnel to increase the structure bonus. Hey. Wow, that was close. Well, there we go. We have been through and we've done everything, haven't we? So I tell you what, though, it took me a little bit longer than I thought it would. I think I'm kind of getting the idea of it now, but I'm going to save our first live game of Scythe for another video. But thank you for coming along and watching. Not sure how fun it is, but I guess I'll title this video something like Scythe Rules and all that sort of stuff. Anyway, if you've enjoyed the video, hit like. If you want to see more of the same, subscribe and tell me in the comments down below. And of course, I'll see you again soon.